wear fancy, funky socks, different color socks. Even though they're wearing a suit, might be like a blue suit or a dark suit.
And way beyond Argyle socks, right?
Way beyond that.
Okay.
Kind of like Snoopy kind of stuff.
Yeah. Or
funny
ones with
stuff.
the president's face on them or something like that.
Yeah.
At one point, I didn't even care if they matched.
And because you had another pair just like that.
I did. Well, I don't, sometimes they'd have a brown one, and I never did the white and a black or something, but I always, if it didn't matter if they matched or not. That way I didn't have to sit there when I would do my laundry and I'd have to separate them all and put them together, make a little knot, I didn't have to do, I just like, give me 2 socks. And that's all, so that's how it, yeah. My kids, my boys, Michael and Matthew, they have a sock drawer with, I don't know what kind of socks.
There's those socks that you actually have toes in them.
Oh yeah. They've got those. They got everything imaginable. So it's National Sock Day and Brown Shoe Day.
Brown Shoe Day.
I don't know how both those days got together, but they're together today.
Was Brown Shoe Day formed in St. Louis? Because the Brown Shoe Company?
Oh, there we go. I know. I knew he was going to go there. I was afraid of that. I guess, is there a National Black Shoe Day?
I'm sure there is.
There's a Brown Shoe Day, black shoes.
Buster Brown.
I used to always wear black shoes, though.
I did too. I grew up wearing black shoes. They were hard sole,
Yeah.
Everybody else was wearing tennis shoes. My folks were like, no, I can't wear that.
Yeah. We had, what are they called? Cardigan? No, I don't. We had penny loafers.
Penny loafers, yeah.
Yeah, that we'd wear. And we actually put a penny in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it.
Now you have to put a quarter in them.
Yeah. Inflation. I know how that goes. Sorry, I'm sorry. I just had to mention that at the opening of the show before everything got going here. It'll get lost.
We're on a roll here.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, this return to civility is especially important for those people who reside in the St. Louis metropolitan area, because this has been a serious problem. And I'm being serious about this now. This has been a serious problem with people getting hit crossing the streets and hit and runs and stuff like that. So, folks, the return to civility is stop your car at crosswalks and allow people to cross the street. It is a state law, actually. Pedestrians have the same right as drivers to use public thoroughfares to get where they're going. So give them a BRAKE. Now, my problem comes, and I'm sure people who are listening would say, yeah, but they're jaywalking, and they're crossing at night, and they're not wearing any reflective clothing or light clothing, and I don't see them. That's a problem for pedestrians.
Right. Well,
that's why you're supposed to cross at corners and, at night wear something that's reflective,
Right. Yeah.
But you're also supposed to, if you're driving a car, turn your lights on at night.
There's so much to unpack here. But I mean, first of all, it doesn't matter if it's a state law or not. Why do you want to run people over? Oh my God, you're in the road. I'm going to get you.
I honestly think either the people walking and or the people driving are so stoked they don't know what's going on.
Not paying attention. They're on their phones.
And they're high.
Yeah. Who knows? They're not driving. They're not paying attention.
Yeah, they're.
Wait a minute.
Wait, I'm looking at my phone.
Oh my God.
Which way I'm supposed to go?
I know. Yeah. I put my side mirrors into my car now because it's been hit too many times.
Yeah, I agree with that.
They've been,
especially parking on the street.
Yeah, it's just my side mirror too. It's like, what's going on with
now
that?
The cars do that automatically.
Yeah,
the highfalutin cars.
I can't afford that.
I can't either.
Yeah, really?
I manually do that.
I thought you did it.
No,
I thought you could afford that.
No,
I thought you got paid a lot for this.
I did, but it doesn't have those highfalutin mirrors on.
Okay, we have a guest we have to get to. We're running out of time.
She's sitting over here just laughing, and she's been on the show before, so she knows how to deal with us.
No, I've been on the show 8 years, and I don't know how to deal with you.
Benedetta Orsi.
Say her name again.
Benedetta Orsi.
Benedetta Orsi.
Opera singer, recording artist, and performer is here in studio. Welcome back, Benedetta.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
She's here to talk about the 6th annual Italian Christmas concert, Benedetta Orsi and Friends, which is going to be held December the 13th, Friday the 13th at 7:30. And this is great. It's at the Old Cathedral, the Basilica of St. Louis. There are 2 basilicas of St. Louis, by the way.
Yes, I like the
old one and the new one.
The old one's beautiful. Used to go there on New Year's morning for Mass.
Yeah.
They have a wonderful New Year's morning mass.
So free parking, tickets on Eventbrite. So welcome back. Tell us about
Thank
this
you.
this concert that you have, because there's a lot of guests that are
Mhm.
going to be there, and I'll let you introduce them, although I will pronounce the pianist's name if you allow me to.
Go ahead.
Well, there's going to be a Grammy Award winner, Christine Brewer,
Mhm.
who's from the St. Louis area.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Pianist Alla Voskoboynikova,
Yay.
Wow.
and a wind quintet of local performers and the Crescendo Youth Choirs.
Congratulations. And the acoustics are good in the old cathedral or the basilica.
It's an amazing space. We went there 2 years ago to do the other Christmas concert, the fourth Christmas concert, and the acoustic is really amazing. And I am so impressed that many St. Louis people don't know
right.
a lot about the old cathedral.
Right.
They have never been there. So some are like, oh my goodness, we want to come. We've never been there.
Right.
So it's a plus. You are going to enjoy a beautiful Christmas concert with so many talented musicians. Plus, you have the chance to see the old cathedral
Yeah.
and the arch, because it's right next to the arch.
That's right there. And if you see pictures of the old cathedral back in the day, like back in the 20s, there were buildings all around it.
Oh, wow.
Now it's just
Yeah.
kind of sitting out
Mhm.
there by itself.
Yeah.
I remember the effort to keep it when they were building the arch. That was the one building they said we're going to leave it,
Mhm.
which I thought was pretty neat.
It is. It is. Really, really.
So
It's a
what was the
beautiful
impetus behind this concert? And it's the 6th annual,
Mhm.
but why did you start all this?
So I moved here in 2017, and I got the chance to meet with Michael Cross, that he is the president of the St. Louis Bologna Sister Cities, and he actually, after a decade of inactivity, he refounded the St. Louis Bologna Sister Cities, which mission is to foster mutually beneficial relationship in economic development, arts, education, culture, and so he contacted me when I came here, and he was like, are you seriously from Bologna? And I'm like, born and raised. And then I moved to the States, and he was like, St. Louis is twinned with Bologna. And I didn't know about it. And it was such a cool thing. And it was like, why don't we do a Christmas concert this year? And so we started in 2018, and that was the very first Christmas concert. It was just me, Alla Voskoboynikova at the piano. And then they decided to make it an annual thing. And this year is going to be the 6th annual Christmas
Wow.
concert, holiday concert. Yeah.
So what are people going to expect when they show up to the concert?
So, first of all, to have a very nice and intimate evening, even if the old cathedral is very big. We always try to put together a beautiful ensemble of musicians from the St. Louis scene. This year we have the fantastic Christine Brewer. So I'm very excited. I'm going to be duetting with her some
Wow.
of the most beautiful Christmas songs. And then we have a woodwind ensemble, a quintet that is going to join us. And then we always feature young artists or young singers or musicians. So this year we're going to have the Crescendo Youth Choir conducted by Gabrielle Pearl, and they're going to join us and sing us some Christmas carols and songs.
Cool.
Yeah, we're bringing tradition from all over the world. So even if it's organized by the St. Louis Bologna Sister Cities, it's not just an Italian concert. So we're going to have Polish Christmas carols, Italian, American, French, German. So it's going to be a big Christmas around the world.
So songs that people would know,
Absolutely,
and then
yes.
songs they may not know.
Correct.
So
Yes.
add to their repertoire of Christmas songs.
Exactly. And some that maybe they know as songs, and instead they're going to hear them as an instrumental arrangement.
Cool.
Mhm.
Cool. So how long have you been preparing for this particular concert?
Oh, it has been definitely since June.
Wow.
I am basically the music director of this event. So even if it's just one show, of course, it takes a lot of time to find the venue, to find the musicians and the music, because of course it's Christmas music. So we don't want to repeat every year the same songs and the same
Right.
carols. So I started in June. And I got in contact with the old cathedral. I just really wanted to go back there. It's such a gorgeous venue, and the acoustic and everybody there is so welcoming and warm. The only issue is that they don't have a piano there.
Really?
Yes, that you would not expect that because
No.
of all
Wow.
the weddings, the baptism.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So that was a tricky thing. In 2000, 2 years ago, we had to rent a piano. This year, we had the great gift from Jackson Pianos. We're going to have a Yamaha grand piano donated for the event.
Wow.
So everything
Nice.
came together.
That's
Yeah.
nice of them.
It is very nice.
That's good PR
They
for
have
them.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely, and they have been amazing in all senses.
Now they have an organ there, right?
Yes.
Oh,
is,
yeah.
is it a
Ham and beef 3. No, it's
no?
a,
Have a j-
it's sorry, guys.
have a jazz mass.
There we go. That's it. No, it's got those big pipes, right?
Yeah. is that organ original to the building? Do you know, or is it?
I don't know that.
Okay.
Yeah. You're
I
asking
think
me
it
something
might be, though. I
tricky.
think it might be. I've been down there a few times. I think it's the same one they've always had. Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, we're on a roll here. You have a lot of different sponsors because this is not something that you just kind of call up
Mhm.
the the archdiocese and say, hey, can we use the old cathedral, by the way, and blah blah blah.
Exactly.
You have sponsors that are supporting the efforts of what you're doing because of what it will do for the community.
I think they really like the fact to let our community know more about our sister cities. So San Luis Bologna Sister Cities is part of the San Luis Sister Cities program of the World Trade Center here in San Luis. And they are the main sponsor for this event as well. But of course, we are a non-profit, so any kind of donation helps, especially when we bring such big names on stage.
Right.
We have always featured San Luis Symphony musician, Philharmonic musicians, Christine Brewer. I mean, there's no need to
Right.
talk about her. And so big names, and we want to make them feel happy when they come to this concert as
Right.
well. And I think it's a nice thing to put together a Christmas repertoire with so many talented musicians and give the opportunity to our audience to discover also different cultures, different traditions,
Mhm.
because we have so many different things in the Christmas traditions from different countries.
Right.
Yeah.
So does the cathedral, I should say the basilica, because that's really what it is.
Mhm.
Does the basilica have wreaths up and Christmas decorations and candles, or is that something that you guys have added to? or-
No, it's something that they would have. Yes.
Okay.
So they just basically give us the space that is already a huge gift for us. We will bring in the piano and we will bring in the musicians. We will kind of stage things
Mhm,
around to fill the space as much as we can. But they will have their own decorations, also depending on the.
And just to let our listeners know that Michael was going to be here today
Yes,
also,
Yes.
but he has he's a little ill, and
Mhm.
we didn't want him, getting everybody else sick, especially you, because you're going to
Mhm.
be singing.
Mhm.
But I had a question. I thought this was very interesting, and maybe you can or cannot answer this.
Mhm.
But Mark, I was reading that the Sister Cities International, it's a nonprofit city-to-city network,
Okay.
which St. Louis and Bologna are sister cities. But President Eisenhower, this was his suggestion in 1956 that citizen diplomacy might reduce the chance of future world conflicts. He said they say today more than 900 U.S. cities are paired with 1,300 cities in 92 different countries. And to me, when I read that, I was like, okay, way back then, you had Ike, who had just come out of World War II and
Right.
the decorated general, that he's saying citizen diplomacy might reduce the chance of future world conflicts. And I thought, where are our politicians in understanding the importance of these groups and how they are reaching across the ocean
Right.
Mhm.
to link with other countries and other people, that we're just the same kind of, we
Absolutely.
look for the same kinds of things. And you were back in Europe earlier this summer, right?
Yes. I was there for 2 months. I went to visit my family July and August. Yes.
So how does the group in Bologna, how do they communicate with the St. Louis group, or what do they think? What do they think of us?
Maybe you shouldn't ask that.
No, they
Just
they
kidding.
really they really like it.
They don't know how to drive.
They know how
That's
to
what I
drive.
read in the paper.
They don't run over pedestrians.
Yeah.
They really love this twinning. They love to know that there is actually someone that is from Bologna that lives here, so that can also bring our food culture, for example, our
Right.
traditions, our musical tradition, especially. And also, Michael organizes a lot of trips to Bologna.
Okay.
And one idea for next year is actually to do a Christmas concert there
Ooh.
with some of the committee from St. Louis that is going to join us there. So it's really very close to our hearts to bring these two cities together.
Wow. And folks, if you want more information on the St. Louis and Bologna sister cities, you can go to stlouisitalians.com, stlouisitalians.com. And there's, information about that. You can also get information about the upcoming Christmas concert, and you can get tickets at Eventbrite or call 917-477-9451. So what are you looking forward to in this particular concert?
So I would like our audience to come, especially with their kids. This is going to be a kid-friendly concert. We have the Crescendo Youth Choir.
Mhm.
We have some, I'm going to open, I'm not going to say the title, but with a very, very nice Christmas song, especially for kids. So some can join me on stage. They can sit on the stairs, and I'm going to read a book. But I'm not actually I'm not actually gonna read it, but I'm gonna sing it.
Oh.
It's
So-
the Grinch, I'll tell you.
I'll be all green. Actually, my husband last year started his concert at the Philharmonic Orchestra dressed like a Grinch.
Really?
Yeah.
I like
So
him.
I could-
I already like him.
Yeah, we could have that tradition now.
Okay. The Grinch.
Wow.
You're a mean one. Okay.
Mr. Grinch.
That's it. That's it. I think it'd be great. I want to hear it done in opera. Okay, I know. Okay. Okay. Right. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
But
Oh.
no, it is a very enjoyable concert. It's not just opera, because you think, okay, Benedict is just an opera singer, so it's just going to be about opera and classical. Yes, it's going to be classical music, but it's going to be also some pop, some jazz, some upbeat. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
What time does it start?
7:30 p.m.
Okay.
Mhm,
Seven.
and doors will open at 7.
Okay.
And we're talking roughly what, an hour and a half concert? Is there an intermission or?
No intermission. I think an hour and a half with some speeching at the beginning,
Okay.
and introducing all our musicians, and change
Okay.
of the saddle. I would say an hour and a half.
Just kind of give people a little perspective on
Mhm.
timing and things like that. Maybe
Yes.
they want to Uber, maybe they don't. And,
Exactly.
they can check that out like
There are
that.
nice restaurants around the area if you're
Yeah.
hungry after and you want to go grab a bite or a
Right.
drink if you can.
Right,
Ballpark Village, not too far.
right,
Mhm.
Salt and Smoke is there.
right.
Highly recommend it.
See? Perfect.
You must have been there before.
I have. I do. Right.
So what's on your you were over in Europe this summer, you were back home
Mm-hmm.
and you're planning this concert. What's kind of on the horizon for you, or can you mention that?
I can mention that. I have these 2 weeks are going to be very busy for me. I have 6 concerts coming up in just 10 days.
My gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
That's why also I didn't want Michael here sick, because
Yeah.
I'm like, I cannot get sick right now. I'm going to be this Saturday at the Magic House for 2 shows for kids there.
Aw.
And the Saturday after our Christmas concert with the Sister Cities, I'll be back at the Magic House to introduce opera to the kids. So that is going to be something else very funny.
Wow.
I'm also the artistic manager of the St. Louis Women's Chorale. So
Right.
I handle all the organization of our upcoming 31st season. We are in our 30th right now, but I organize the 31st and some more events and some more things. I'll be back in Europe this summer for some concerts in Italy and France. So yeah,
Wow.
being busy.
Is the phone ringing off the hook for you to come sing?
It is actually.
Wow,
it is.
that's great.
So it's very nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
And it is nice to collaborate with so many different organizations here in town. I really believe that St. Louis is a wonderful city for music and entertainment. But it's also nice to be back to my country and to
Oh yeah.
and to Europe and to work there.
Now, I know you speak Italian and I know you
Mhm.
speak English. Do you
Mhm.
speak what other languages?
I speak Spanish because my husband is from the Dominican Republic, so
Okay.
I speak Spanish, a tiny bit of French.
Okay.
I tried German, but it's so difficult that I gave up at some point.
It is completely
Really?
in left field with
Yeah.
all the rest of the romance
Yes,
languages.
exactly. It's like I can sing it, working hard on the
Right.
diction and everything,
Right.
but no,
Okay.
not my language.
You know, she's a Benedetta's a factotum. And she knows what that means.
I do.
have no
It basically means a
I'll-
jack of all trades. Am I correct with
Yes,
that?
A
yes.
factotum.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because there is a song. I remember when I played, we had a tenor. No, he's a baritone. He sang, and it was one of the songs, something El Factotum.
El factotum de la città.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, we
Mozart.
played that. We backed him up. What does that mean then? That whole
That you are the person that does everything.
Yeah.
So in that song, he does everything in the city. So he's the barber. He does everything.
who is the composer of that?
As Mozart.
Okay, all right.
Wow. Factotum.
Factotum. See, that's
Factotum.
our word for
Uh-huh.
that. Could be our word
Latin.
for the day.
That
Latin.
would be a good word for the day. Factotum. I know. It's new for me. You guys apparently have been using
It's
it for
a,
years.
it's a
I
musical
just
term.
can't
Yeah.
it up.
Mhm.
Oh, factotum is a musical term.
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, our word for the day was going to be gesticulate.
Oh, we do a lot. You can
She
say
knows
that.
this one too,
Yeah.
because the sentence is Italians gesticulate a lot
Yes.
when they talk.
Yeah, we move our
Express or
hands so
direct
much
through movement.
that's our way.
Okay.
My son does it all the time, and he learned it. And yeah,
Ay, ay, ay.
we cannot stop. our
Italians
hands to
do.
move.
They do talk
Yeah,
with their hands.
yeah, we
I
do it
would say,
big
oh
in
yeah,
any way,
yeah,
yeah.
they do it anyway. Italians do.
They do.
I know. That's like a
Yeah.
Well, I'm grateful that you came in to talk about this. Folks, at the Basilica, which is the Basilica of St. Louis, King of France, the old cathedral in downtown St. Louis near the Gateway Arch, free and secured parking available on
Mhm.
site Friday, December 13th at 7:30 p.m. The 6th Annual Italian Christmas Concert, Benedetta Orsi and Friends, brought to you by the St. Louis Bologna Sister Cities. And you can get tickets at Eventbrite, or you can get tickets at by calling, if I can get this back up here at the correct place.
How much are tickets?
They are $25, so not too
Not too
high.
much.
Not too bad.
And students are 15, so
There you go.
students are welcome as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
917-477-9451.
Say that again.
It's 917-477-9451 for tickets, or go to Eventbrite, or you can go to stlouisitalians.com and you'll get the information there.
Mhm.
StLouisItalians.com.
Yeah.
So-
And you can come the same night and purchase tickets at the door
At
as
the
well.
door. That's
Yeah.
good to know. That's
Yes,
really good to know.
absolutely.
I think you should do more than one show myself.
Hey, I would be happy to do it. Christmas is my favorite time of the year.
It's a great
And
time.
I like to bring our own traditions. We have so many different traditions than the
Mhm.
American one. So yeah,
Yeah. I think more than one show is what you should do next year.
Mhm. That
Yeah.
would be fun.
I do. Some Sunday matinee or something like
Oh,
that.
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Right
it.
after mass, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 Stay with us.
Yeah,
grab a
stay with us.
Cup of hot cocoa and listen to some carols.
I think it would be great.
We got it.
It would be great. I know
We're ready to go for next
I know
year.
There you go. It's already planned.
Get the Archbishop on the phone right now. Please.
We're doing this concert.
I know. Come on. You guys can help.
Thanks a lot. Good to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, folks, we'll be right back. This is Arnold Stricker with Mark Langston of St. Louis Soon Tune. Don't go away. This is Arnold Stricker of St. Louis in Tune on behalf of the Dred Scott Heritage Foundation. In 1857, the Dred Scott decision was a major legal event and catalyst that contributed to the Civil War. The decision declared that Dred Scott could not be free because he was not a citizen. The 14th Amendment, also called the Dred Scott Amendment, granted citizenship to all born or naturalized here in our country and was intended to overturn the U.S. Supreme Court decision on July 9, 1868. the Dred Scott Heritage Foundation is requesting a commemorative stamp to be issued from the U.S. Postal Service to recognize and remember the heritage of this amendment by issuing a stamp with the likeness of the man Dred Scott. But we need your support and the support of thousands of people who would like to see this happen. To achieve this goal, we ask you to download, sign, and share the one-page petition with others. To find the petition, please go to dredscottlives.org and click on the Dred Scott Petition Drive on the right side of the page. On behalf of the Dred Scott Heritage Foundation, this has been Arnold Stricker of St. Louis In Tune.
You know, each time that we plan a show for St. Louis In Tune, we strive to bring you informative, useful, and reflective stories, as well as interviews about current and historic issues and events that involve people, places, and things. And while St. Louis In Tune originates from the Gateway City and covers local topics, we also connect what's going on nationally as well. Our topics cover a wide range of arts, crime, education, employment, faith, finance, food, health, history, housing, humor, justice, sports, and that's just to name a few. We know there's many radio stations, programs, even podcasts that you could be listening to, and we're glad that you've chosen to listen to St. Louis In Tune. If you've missed any of our previously aired programs of St. Louis In Tune, simply visit stlintune.com. That's stlintune.com. There, you'll find every show from our first to our most current. Use the search engine to look for a show that might interest you from one of the many topics that we've covered. And drop us a line and tell us how we're doing. You can do that at stlintune@gmail.com. That's stlintune@gmail.com. St. Louis In Tune, heard Monday through Friday on the usradionetwork.com and many great radio stations around the U.S. and, of course, right here in St. Louis. And don't forget, check out our website, stlintune.com. That's stlintune.com.
Welcome back to St. Louis In Tune. This is Arnold Stricker with Mark Langston. It's always fun talking to Benedetta.
What a wonderful lady.
Yes, she is. And folks, I want to remind you about the concert that is scheduled, and it is scheduled for Friday, December 13th, 7:30 p.m. at the Basilica of St. Louis, the old cathedral. For those of you who are aware of that, there's going to be Christine Brewer is going to be singing. Alla Voskoboynikova is playing piano. The chamber players and Crescendo Youth Choir Concert Choir will be singing. Tickets available at Eventbrite or call 917-477-9451. The St. Louis Bologna Sister Cities.
And this is like the 6th year that they've done it.
The 6th annual, yes.
So it's quickly becoming a tradition. And this is a great tradition, I think. I'm glad they're doing it, and they keep coming back and doing it again.
Speaking of traditions, Mark, do you have any, your family have any Christmas traditions?
I don't, just to get together. I mean, our traditions are mainly, we've had, so many losses over the years, and, so much has kind of gone by the wayside. We're trying to make, actually, Marie and I have been talking about building new traditions because, our boys are getting older. They've got girlfriends. They're talking about marriage and grandkids. So we're talking about how can we start new traditions at our home. One thing we do though, is we put up the Christmas tree. Well, it's been tough because of the cats. Okay. We've
Stewie?
Stewie. No, Stewie's actually good. It's Sheldon. Sheldon's the new one. Stewie's a little too fat to get up into the tree.
Okay.
Stewie is Stewie's a little bit overweight, I'm afraid. He's a typical tabby cat. But Sheldon, he'll climb right up to the top.
Oh wow.
So, but one of our traditions has been we always take and I'm sure a lot of families do, take ornaments, from the family, from Maria's mom and my grandmother, my grandparents, and then we put them in my daughter who passed away, and we put them in special places on the tree.
Right.
So that's been our big traditional thing. and it's a little sad because Sheldon doesn't get it.
Do you put tinsel on? Do you put lights on? What color lights do you put on if
Yeah,
you do?
we
What do you
do.
put on the
I
top
know
of the tree?
Maria and I always have the big argument. She wants the white lights,
Uh-huh.
and I want the colored lights.
Uh-huh.
I like the colored lights.
Mhm.
So, for some reason, I'm not sure why, I've won the argument the last number of years. You know, I don't win many arguments with Maria, but this one, she kind of threw me a bone and said, "Okay, we'll do that."
We'll do the colored lights.
Yeah, yeah.
Or do you do? Are they big bulbs? Or are they small
No,
bulbs?
they're
Are they
the little small.
blinking?
They're the little small ones, you
Okay.
know. The big ones, you know, we found that they got really hot,
Yeah.
and it compromised the tree a little bit, and so we got worried about that. And
You do a real tree, artificial tree?
now we're doing the artificial.
Okay.
I know.
Okay. No, it's
I like the real tree. We've
Yeah.
had real trees for years, and then just went to the artificial, and
mhm.
it seems to work out okay for us.
Yeah.
But we do love the real. You got to constantly water them,
Right.
You know, we found that the animals were licking the water out of there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it
Yeah.
was always.
Yeah, it's really sappy over there,
I
Stewie.
know, it is like right there going up the tree. I know. So when they knock it over, it's not. It's scary to see, and folks that might know it. You have a cat. I don't know if your cat ever gets up in the Christmas tree, but to see those little beady eyes, like
Staring
halfway,
out.
yeah, halfway up the Christmas tree, looking out at you.
Wow.
It's like, wow, what is this all about? I know.
I'm going to get him now.
So that's kind of where our tradition is. I mean, we have traditional food that we have, you know,
Mhm.
like wieners and bacon wrapped with bacon, and
Okay, cool.
you know, some other dips and things like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, how about you? How about the Stricker family?
You know, we haven't put up a real big tree for
Mhm.
quite a while.
Right.
You know, we have a little bitty tree,
Yeah.
and because it's tough to get it up into the condo, and we'd
Yeah.
have to do an artificial one. We have a dog and a cat,
Right.
and the dog is, I'm sure he would, just run into it like he normally does, and thinks that some of the ornaments might be dog treats or
Oh yeah.
something.
Play toys. Yeah.
Yeah,
Chew toys.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the cat would probably be all over it too. Vinny is he's a jumper, and I saw a video about how people were keeping their cat off the counters and
Really?
the stove and the table.
Oh.
They put tin foil down,
yes.
aluminum foil,
I've heard that the tinfoil works.
and the cat just didn't put one claw up there and was bouncing 10 feet away.
really?
Yeah, I'll have to show you that after the
Really?
show today. It was
I'll have to
unbelievable.
try that
It was absolutely
myself.
humorous.
Really?
Yeah,
I've heard the tinfoil is it tinfoil or aluminum foil?
aluminum foil.
Okay.
I don't know if it was. Yeah, they're making hats out of it.
right.
I don't know if it's the feel, or it's when the pad hits it, or
Uh-huh.
it's just slides, or what the deal is. But
Torn-
these cats are just they're jumping like 20 feet in
Yeah,
the air.
fun.
I'm serious.
yeah, torment your animal. I love it. But yeah, that's good. I mean, I've heard some people say put aluminum foil. I keep calling it tin foil.
Mhm.
Of course, I call our refrigerator an ice box.
Icebox, yeah,
Yeah,
Yep.
that's going to date you a little bit.
yeah.
An ice box.
Well, I get
I
it.
know.
I know what you're talking about.
My kids are always like, "What? An ice box? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?"
you gotta get onto the program here.
Right. I know.
No, but we've we'll put some lights up inside, and
Mhm.
we've got a couple things that we would normally put out or put under the tree,
Mhm.
and there's a hand carved little manger scene
Aw.
and things like that. So and the ornaments that the kids would make over the years and things
Yeah.
like that. So
So we used to put we'd take newspaper, make it in balls, and put it under the tree, and then put a white sheet on it, so it looked like it was
oh,
like little. And
Yeah.
then we'd have a little. We'd make a little village under there. with
Cool.
all these little houses, and
yeah,
we
yeah,
have our manger scene. We still have that, but the cats, we can't. They eat it.
yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
It's our old family. It's got to be 100 years old.
Yeah.
Handed down, and it just kills me every year.
You can't do it.
I look at it and I go, oh,
Yeah.
I'm not getting any younger.
Right. Yeah.
I want to enjoy it a little bit, but
So
You know?
normally on Christmas Day, it's a kind of there's Amy's done a casserole, kind of a
Mm.
egg casserole, and that's made the day before, and then you just throw it in the oven. Everybody wears their pajamas all day long.
Oh yeah.
And we used to watch when the kids were younger. It was watching what's the one with "Don't Shoot Your Eye Out."
Yeah. Is that the one where they have the leg
Yes,
lamp?
yes,
The
would watch that.
the leg lamp?
Yeah,
The
yeah, I'm
lamp
trying to
leg.
remember. The,
Yeah.
the name escapes me of the
Yeah,
movie.
can't remember it
I'm
either.
gonna say Christmas Story, but I don't think that's right.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep. So that was part of the tradition
That's part of the tradition. Yes.
to do that.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if we have any. We never really had a movie that we would watch. I mean, we just watch stuff throughout the week before or something like that and
Mhm.
just kind of enjoy it. And we'd always go to midnight mass.
Hmm.
Ay, ay, ay. Now I don't know what time midnight mass is anymore, but it was at midnight. And then a couple of years we'd come home at like 1:30 because it was a high mass and it went forever. And let's open presents. Like, really?
Yeah, I remember growing up. We used to be able to open one present on Christmas Eve,
Ooh.
right before we went to church,
Uh-huh.
and it was like we got to wait until tomorrow to do that. And some people open their presents, their gifts. Some people put up
Yeah.
the tree on Christmas Eve.
Yes. That was the tradition, was it not?
Right.
Didn't they used to do that Christmas Eve? They put up the tree?
Right.
Wow. Have we gotten away from stuff, huh?
Yeah, it's become now you can buy a mattress. That's another mattress day
I
sale.
know it. There's so many sales this time of year. I know. It's like, God.
I think there's something for every day. There's Black Friday, and then what was the Saturday?
Mm.
Then it was Technology Monday, or
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Buy Local Tuesday, or Buy Local
Mhm.
Saturday, or
Yep. There's a lot of that kind of stuff going on.
so you have some of those days actually.
Yeah. How about Global Fat Bike Day? You're a bike rider.
Yes.
They're talking about the fat tires on a bike.
Oh, okay.
You have fat tires on your bike?
No, I have kind of hybrid, so they're not the narrow tires, but they're not the
Mhm.
fat. It's kind of a hybrid kind of deal.
National Dice Day. Did you ever play dice?
No,
Neither.
only roll them for Monopoly or something.
Is that it? Okay. 7. Snake eyes. Boxcars.
You must be familiar with
I
that.
know. Santa's List Day. Excited? Worried? Which of Santa's lists are you going to be on this year?
Mm,
This is the day that Santa starts to put that list together.
decides, eh?
Yep. It starts National Bank Day.
Uh,
Yep. I don't know about a they should have a National Credit Union Day, but I don't know. We talked earlier about National Sock Day, which was fun.
mhm.
World Wildlife Conservation Day. There's something that everybody should be.
Every day.
Oh yeah, I think so. International Ninja Day. Hiya. Bathtub Party Day. Get your clothes, get in the bath bombs, and get ready for a bathtub party. That's where I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Washing your clothes.
Yep. Let's see. International Volunteer Day is coming up.
Mhm.
That's
It's a good thing to do
it is good to do. It does help.
with organizations that need some extra help, and maybe
Mhm.
they don't have the money to have somebody on staff.
National Blue Jean Day. Do you still wear blue jeans?
I have a set on right now.
Do you now?
Yes.
I just started wearing sweats.
Oh gosh.
They give more in the waist, I found out. Let's see. There is I'll give you one more. National Communicate with Your Kids Day.
Oh, that should be every day, every hour, every minute, every second.
I know. Oh, and coming up on the 5th is a Walt Disney Day. On Walt Disney's Day, dress up as your favorite Disney character.
Is that his birthday?
The 5th of December, I believe it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that's coming right up.
Right.
And we're going to Disney World again for
Oh.
the 19th time
Okay.
in January
Wow.
when the crowds aren't bad
Wow.
and it's cool.
Yeah.
We've been there in July.
That's hot.
It's bad. It's not just hot; it's bad.
Wow.
So those are a few of the days that we want to make sure you don't miss.
Okay. So Christmas is so much harder when you get older.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what do you want this year? I don't know. Maybe a sense of purpose, financial security. Could use more sleep, a bottle of wine, maybe some new bras. Earlier today, I saw a bumper sticker that said, "I'm a veterinarian, therefore I can drive like an animal." Suddenly, I realized how many proctologists are on the road. I don't know if I can really read that one. It's a good one, but I don't know if I can read it. Let's see. No, I see here. Salesman. This car seats 6 people without any problems. Me. I don't think I know 6 people without any problems.
I'm with you on that one.
You know, my husband and I, this is from a social media post from a woman. She says, "My husband and I have a secret to making our marriage last. Twice a week, we go to a nice restaurant, drink a little wine, eat good food, and enjoy companionship. He goes on Tuesdays, I go on Fridays."
Okay.
I did the math on my December budget and came to a conclusion that everyone's getting a hug and maybe a high five for Christmas this year. Let's see here.
Wow.
Must have been a bad time when I was going. There must not have been very good jokes. Okay. Here we go. Me. Your shoes are on the wrong feet. The 4-year-old says, "I don't have any other feet." I say, "Fair enough."
Wow. It's a smart kid.
Yeah, yeah. So what's the difference between a kleptomaniac and a literalist?
Oh.
The literalist takes things literally. The kleptomaniac takes things literally.
Yes, I knew it. Yes, could see that coming about a mile away.
Santa has been reading your posts all year. Most of you are getting dictionaries. And I know we're after Thanksgiving, but some people actually do a turkey for Christmas or for Hanukkah. Okay. So this is how to cook a turkey.
Okay.
You know, step 1, buy a turkey.
Okay. Good.
Step 2, have a glass of wine. Step 3, stuff the turkey.
Mhm.
Step 4, have a glass of wine. Step 5, put the turkey in the oven.
Mhm.
Step 6, relax and have a glass of wine. Step 7, turk the basty. Step 8, wine of glass another get. Step 9, hunt for meat thermometer. Step 10, glass yourself another pour of wine.
Oh, God.
Step 11, bake the wine for 4 hours. Step 12, take the oven out of the turkey. Step 13, tet the sable. Step 14, grab another wattle of bine. And step 15, turk the carvey.
That makes sense. Believe it or not, that makes sense.
You know, Mark, and I know that you say this every morning. And yet another, again, this morning, no one was standing next to my bed saying, "Your Royal Highness, here's your mimosa."
That's true. I was like, where are they?
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah.
I kept looking, but didn't show up.
You know, I saw someone dragging a clam on a leash this morning. It must be hard to walk with a pulled muscle.
No, sorry.
Lance isn't a very common name nowadays, but in medieval times, people were called Lance a lot.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
How do farmers party?
In the
They turn up the beats. Okay.
Don't leave us yet, folks.
I think I've got a couple more here.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Thanks for the
I
warning.
kind of said that one already.
Good.
Yesterday, I wore something from 5 years ago and it actually fit. I'm so proud of myself. It was a scarf. Be still. Let's be positive here.
A scarf. I love it. Oh my gosh, a
Mercy.
scarf.
All right. So, and don't let anyone ruin your day, folks. You're an adult. Do it yourself.
I think that's a good way to put it. I'm
So-
up for that.
So I think we can close on that note. Mark.
Okay. All right.
You know.
Well, that's probably not a bad idea.
Well, that's all for this hour. Thank you for joining us. If you've enjoyed this episode, you can listen to additional shows at stlintune.com. Consider leaving a review on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, or your preferred podcast platform. Your feedback helps us reach more listeners and continue to grow. I want to thank Bob Berthasell for our theme music, our guest Benedetta Orsi, and co-host Mark Langston. And we thank you for being a part of our community of curious minds. St. Louis in Tune is a production of Motif Media Group and the U.S. Radio Network. Remember to keep seeking, keep learning, walk worthy, and let your light shine. For St. Louis in Tune, I'm Arnold Stricker.